Hey guys, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. In this episode, I have something very special for you. I uh, do review a lot of fragrances that are relatively new, sometimes they're old, sometimes vintage, sometimes very hard to find kind of gems. Today, what I have for you is that kind of a fragrance, and I'm gonna say it with full confidence this is a hidden gem. This is a super beautiful, unique masterpiece kind of fragrance. They discontinued it, and it's relatively harder to find, and prices are really, really expensive. This fragrance comes in 30, 50, and 100 ml, and the prices used to be pretty much within $40. Now, good luck getting those prices. Fragrance we're looking today from House of Lanvin. I think Lanvin. This I don't know how proper to say it properly, but this is, let's say, Lanvin. This is Avant Garde. This fragrance is something. When I started my journey, I have been wanting since then. It's been almost 3 years plus that I've been searching for it, and I finally got it, a partial bottle from one of the community members, and I'm here to give you my opinion on this one. I've been wearing it for some time. I'll let you know what it smells like, how unique is it, what does it remind me of, and why is it so special, basically, okay? And the performance as well. So if you guys do not know, there are some fragrances, like when we started our journey in 2015, reviewers used to hype up. Like I saw this in Fragboy Stewie, who hyped it really high, and he compared it to a very popular fragrance, Lanvin De L'homme, okay, because of the cardamom note, and this and Avant Garde supposed to be very, very close. So Lanvin De L'homme, let me tell you, Lanvin De L'homme basically is a fragrance that is very hard to copy, and no one actually could make a very good close clone that actually gives you the exact same feel as Lanvin De L'homme. This fragrance, however, is better than Lanvin De L'homme. Yeah, I said it. It's better than Lanvin De L'homme, and I'll tell you why. This one is a very unique fragrance. It has few notes that you do not smell in many fragrances. It was released somewhere like 9 years ago almost. So now it's, I think, discontinued perhaps, and very hard to find in the market. I saw it like when I got here 2016. I saw it in one of the shops. The 50 ml was going for $85. Yeah, and then 100 ml, you can imagine how much it would be. So I wanted to buy it still, but I was searching, and then suddenly it got sold out. I was very sad. So if you do not know, let me before start, I'll tell you some of the fragrances I have weakness for, and since I started my journey, I wanted them, like these are like some of the remaining ones in my list. I really want to get them to complete my dream collection. So one of them was Gucci Purum. The Gucci Purum 2 also had the vintage. Some of the other fragrances that many people wouldn't find nowadays is Midnight in Paris. I have this. I'm just showing you, and those are the fragrances I want to have in collection, and I have few other fragrances to show you today, just to compare. So Lanvin Avant Garde is a fragrance, fantastic fragrance. Longevity, let me tell you, 8 hours plus. On my skin, it lasts 8 hours plus. A projection from it, it's good 3 hours. 3 hours it projects, beautiful projection. The bottle here, I don't have the box. Let me show you the bottle. It's a very beautiful bottle. It has this black, and in the middle there's a line sort of. You can see the juice through, and the juice color is kind of greenish, light green, light blue sort, and it says Lanvin on the neck. The cap, small cap, it looks like almost like a body shop, like Activist or some of those fragrances. They have small caps. Here's the atomizer, and bottom it's gonna you're gonna find your sticker. So I never seen the 100 mls in my before this one. I only see like 50 mls available. So this fragrance used to cost like $35, $40 for 100 ml like this before it got hyped up. When it got hyped up, it started becoming very, very difficult to find, and now it's almost near to impossible. But sometimes, if you ask your sellers, they might bring it for you, but the price is going to be real high. So now expect to more like pay more like 75, $85, which is still pretty much reasonable for 100 ml. Okay, and I'll tell you why. So this fragrance features some notes like cardamom, beeswax, amber, the nutmeg. I'm sorry, someone's screaming the next door. Sorry about that. And then they also have the note of benzoin, sweetness, a lot of sweetness. This fragrance is sweet, spicy, fresh. At the same time, it has juniper berries, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of notes. It really is beautiful. It really has that uniqueness about it. It's a very unique perfume. So why I call it better than Lanvin De L'homme is that if you compare it with Lanvin De L'homme with that cardamom note, both of them feature cardamom, but this fragrance has a lot more than cardamom and bergamot, which is mostly the two players in this Lanvin De L'homme. I'm not putting down Lanvin De L'homme. Lanvin De L'homme is very nice, but after using it for some time, you'll see it's not really complex. This fragrance is very complex. So beeswax, basically, I have smelled honey before. I have fragrances which contains a note of honey. One of them is Cartier Lenvol. Sounds like Lanvin Lenvol, but this is a beautiful honey-based perfume, very sweet, very beast mode, and the big bottle looks really lovely. This is the EDP version of Lenvol by Cartier. And also, another fragrance which has the note of honey is Pure Heaven, if you do not know by now. These two are really specialized honey fragrances. But do not have anything that contains beeswax. This one does. And I'll tell you, it gives that waxy quality to a fragrance which smells very unique. And it's very, very lovely. It has that waxy sort of like a layer on your skin. And the benzoin that we're talking about, benzoin, fragrances like Bentley for Men Intense. So if you see all these fragrances, imagine like something from that class. Even Midnight in Paris, in certain ways, it has kind of dreamy effect with the powderiness, a little bit of leather, very unique and beautiful juice. This fragrance, it's right up there, brother of those Alien Brothers. It even looks that cool. Like X-Files would release. If X-Files was not a TV series, if they were making perfumes, they would make a bottle like that. So Lanvin, what do you know? And I reviewed Lanvin L'Homme's Port a few days back. Very unique juice, has cardamom as well. So cardamom is one of the favorite notes, I guess. So when you smell it, I mean, if you spray it for the first time, it's very strong already. I've been spraying it for 15 minutes. It lasts a very long time. Let me show the spray. Very good spray. So this fragrance, if you are fortunate, you're gonna have one of these bottles, and you will consider yourself very lucky that you got to experience it. I am saying all these special things because I feel this about this fragrance, and it was worth the wait for 3 years. Upon initial spray, you feel it's a very strong perfume, that beeswax, that a little bit of a, I think, pink pepper is in there, and the nutmeg and cardamom. Those sort of gives a sort of spicy affair. And this is not really a fresh type of perfume. It's more like a fall, coming winter time. It's gonna be a fresh cardamom scent because of that. But the beeswax, it creates this nice sort of like a wax. If you know wax, it's white. It's white in color, and it's like sometimes if you buy jam or jelly, you'll see that they put wax on the top of that. Candle wax basically. But beeswax, it's like if you see it, it has this nice layer, and it feels like waxy. And that's the best way I can put it. If you ever did like what do you call that, waxing, right? They put like nice layer of the hot wax on you, and then you feel that warmth of it, and then they take it out. It's not a very pleasant experience, but the waxy part, you definitely smell it in this. And then that beautiful cardamom at the heart, it's just so rich, and that sweetness from benzoin and amber, beautiful play of notes. There's vetiver, I believe there's the pink pepper. What is it? Is it sweet? It's kind of almost smells like cinnamon as well. Like if cinnamony fragrances. What is the fragrance I'm trying to remember? The beautiful cinnamon in Azaropurum Intense. I think, yeah, Azaropurum Intense, a beautiful sweet cinnamon. So if you happen to like those fragrances, you're gonna really dig this. This is not a new fragrance, but it's more modern than the latest and much more interesting than whatever is coming out in the market. It's a masterpiece, guys. I cannot tell you enough how beautiful this smell is. But I can see people who love obvious Versace Pour-Homme, Versace Menu Fresh, and fragrances like easy to get compliments. Some people will like La Nuit De L'homme over this, no doubt about it. But if you're looking for depth in a fragrance, if you look for novelty, if you look for a fragrance that will give you something to be interested about, you just want to read up on it, and then you just sniff it, and you want to like kind of do some further testing, it will keep you interested. This is the fragrance, it's doing it to me. I want to sniff it every now and then, because I'm like, what is that fragrance again? I spray it again, and I just try to understand. I've been doing this a lot with it. I'm just so glad I have this. Thanks to Fragboy Stewie, Sai. I miss his work. He did come back, but I don't think he's doing frequent videos anymore. He did introduce us to fragrances like not introduced basically, but he hyped fragrances like Boucheron Jaipur, and I'm giving him credit because I am always grateful to people for what they have done for the community. This is one fragrance he highly recommended. This is one of his favorites. And then he did like La Nuit De L'homme. He did like a lot of fragrances that he hyped. This is one of them, and I really am thankful to Fragboy Stewie for bringing this in the community under limelight. Some lesser known fragrances, lesser known houses, cheaper fragrances can be that good. This is a classic example of that. So if you ever can, like if you are into fragrances really and you just want to learn about new stuff, definitely check out Avant Garde. It's a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. Excellent longevity, excellent projection. It's a lot more interesting than La Nuit De L'homme in my opinion. Definitely a more sophisticated brother of YSL La Nuit De L'homme, minus the bergamot. This is more darker, a little bit spicier than this. This is a little bit more sweeter, and obviously trying to be attention grabber and easy to love, okay? But you can definitely see La Nuit De L'homme in this one. If you want La Nuit De L'homme older version performance, perhaps sacrifice on the bergamot and try this. This is gonna easily be something that you reach for a lot more than Lanvin De L'homme. So this is a masterpiece 10. Even though this is a 10, I will give this like a 10, like say A and A plus. So that's my sentiment towards Avant Garde, but I do not have the box. I'm sorry about that. Try it out, try to look for it, try to get a sample anywhere. You need to experience this in your lifetime if you are a fragrance lover. That's my review on Avant Garde by Lanvin Avant. Take care, guys. Have a very nice day. Happy Sunday to everybody. Stay chilled, stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.